Tuesday, September 26th. Mrs. Pazurski. Wow.
I'll stop talking.
Mrs. Pazurski, if you could please call the roll. We should probably just get rid of that microphone. This is the second meeting in a row.
Ms. Stetson? Mrs. Dargan?
Yes.
Mr. Weir?
Yes.
Mr. Costello?
Yes.
Mrs. Brady?
And Ms. Brake cannot make it tonight. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And please also join me in the Peace Builders Pledge. I am a peace builder. I pledge to raise people, to give up put-downs, to seek wise people, to notice and speak up about hurts I've caused, to right wrongs, to help others. I will build peace at home, at school, and in my community each day. Under the open meeting law, I'm informing the public that this meeting is being videotaped by Marshfield Community Media. If anybody else is taping this meeting, either audio or video, please notify us of such at this time. Seeing none, we have a few items on the agenda tonight, but we're going to start with our spotlight on excellence, and I'll turn it on over to you, Mr. Granatino.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn it on over to two of our advisors of the Go Gold Club, and I'm sure it has a different name, which I'm calling it for now. Ms. Hill and Ms. Kantorowski, but they have 3 students from the high school as well that are here to talk about this amazing organization that has been drumming up business across the district, across the community to raise money for pediatric cancer, help fight pediatric cancer. And it's very heartwarming to see what they're doing. And they've brought in all levels, elementary, middle, and high school, and they're doing a great job. I heard that just at the high school alone, there might be somewhere in the vicinity of $3,500 already raised.
That's awesome.
Less than a couple of days. This is the big week to do this stuff. So I'll let them talk about it, and I'll turn it over to you. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves to the committee, let them know who you are, and then tell us what was going on.
Okay. Hi, my name is Anna Sullivan. I'm the founder and president, and I'm going to tell you why I decided to start this club. I started it my freshman year of high school, and the reason was because of David Moykins, Danny Shade, and Ellie Nyland, who are all part of the Marshfield community and that suffer from childhood cancer. The club is mainly about bringing awareness to childhood cancer. We mainly donate all of the money we make to South Shore Action for Hope. They strive to raise funds to support clinical trials and develop safer and better treatments for these children. This is currently our 3rd year. We started our first year with 19 people. We now have 54. So that's awesome. And last year we raised almost $9,000.
I'm Megan Condon. I'm the secretary for the club. Last year we raised almost $9,000. We volunteered for the car wash. Well, we started a car wash in front of FBMS. We sold chocolates for the club. We sold our merchandise, which we're all wearing right now, and donations at the schools. So we went around homerooms and asked for any spare change. We also last year wrote holiday cards to Tommy's place after school, and many people had shown up and decorated these cards, and it was a great turnout. We've had Go Gold games over the month of September, this and last year, where we let the fall sports teams aware of the significance of this month and asked them to show their support. The girls soccer team wore the Go Gold warm-up shirts, and field hockey wore the shoelaces, and then last week the football game had the gold theme, and many people were there to support it.
I'm Gabby Reardon, and I'm the vice president of the club. And last year we were able to, this year we had Miss Kantorowski come on board as the club was growing, and she's been a tremendous help. And this year we've done over 20 hours of volunteer work and raised over $3,000 so far. And our goal is to raise $10,000 this year. We were able to do the open house night at the high school, have football, soccer, volleyball, field hockey, games, collect donations while doing the gold out theme. And we did a gold out football game with a raffle and merchandise sale. We do homeroom and lunchroom donations during the school day, along with the Gold Day just arrived on Friday. we were able to get all schools involved this year donating to the Gold Booth. We've had many local businesses support our raffle as sponsors, some like Roach Brothers, Levitate, Corner Cafe, and Cycle Town.
That's awesome. So, I'm sorry, you started it 3 years ago, you said? Okay, that's very cool. How much have you raised in total over those 3 years?
Oh, I'm not sure what it's called. I know
Over
some-
10,000, well over 10,000
Yeah.
at this point. That is really cool. I don't know if I've heard of any other club that formed specifically for an issue like that to raise money. And of course, we have so many clubs that do so much wonderful work for charity, but I think this is seriously the first one I've heard of that has started because you see something that you want to help try and cure. So that's very impressive. All three of you should be really proud of that. Any questions or comments from members of the committee? Yes.
Just one comment. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. I had no idea all that's involved in what you guys are doing, but it's trickling down to elementary schools. Like my fourth grader is like, "Mom, I need to bring in chicken." All excited about it. You guys are really making such a great impact. Thank you.
Yes, please.
I just want to say kudos to you guys. High school's not easy these days. I know you're all athletes, you're doing well in school, you have a lot of other things. So to take this on is awesome. Good job, Steve.
Any again?
Yeah, I guess I have trouble following you because you were saying a lot. I just want to thank all of you for your involvement in this and the cause that you're raising money for. So,
I
keep up the good work.
do have a question. How can we donate if we'd like to?
Right now, yeah, we have one. And then across all the elementary schools and at all the sporting events, we do this gold boot thing. So that's a great way to
Cool.
donate.
Good in school, in the front office, they have the booths.
Okay.
They look good.
Cool.
So change.
And you do have Venmo?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you know what the Venmo handle is?
Oh, yeah.
If you want to read it, just for folks who might be watching at home.
MHS Gold Ribbon.
MHS School Ribbon?
Gold.
MHS Gold Ribbon?
Yeah.
You have it? Okay, cool. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Can we get a round of applause? This is awesome. Can we grab a photo with you guys in front of this so we can tweet it out?
Yeah.
Let folks know about the fundraising opportunities.
Like volleyball, those kinds.
Stay seated. Really nice.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to do it by yourself? Do you do it by yourself? Is that us? You guys want to do
Thank you all very much for coming in to present. Very, very well done. It's not always easy to come in here and present to us, so we appreciate that. And I want to thank your advisors too, both of you, Ms. Kantrowski and Ms. Hill, for all your work there. Ms. Hill, this is 2 spotlights in a row for you.
Yeah.
So we've got to figure out what to bring you in for next time. But thank you all.
Thank you.
I'm going to take some more of the agenda out of order. Folks are okay with that? Bring our student representatives up.
So now, first added element of the theme, as all the elementary school speakers and focusing on collecting donations and doing everything in the pediatric
Hackensack and Webster last week they had a back to school picnic, which was really successful. All the students and parents got to meet and also like just connect with old people. Kingsway is now having this week just be named the Go Gold Week. That one was up yesterday, it was the first day of the school store. And then Martinson, instead of the rain goals up on Friday, they're doing a green and white spirit race Friday. And then lastly, the South River, all the students who are able to see the race for the
At FBMS, we start with a little league where they wrote name notes and more name tags. They had Officer Reedy and Ms. K9 from the Marshfield Police Department visit the Criminal Justice Club this past week. The Green Team is having their first meeting this Thursday. This week, the Gold and Blue fundraiser will take place to raise money for childhood cancer awareness. And that's it for FBMS. And then at MHS, the MHS Music Boosters Cookout last Friday with a hit. It was followed by a win from the football team with a Go Gold theme for childhood cancer awareness. Today there was a college fair set up by the guidance department for juniors and seniors to talk to the college reps about college. And homecoming week will occur next week, starting off with a boys varsity soccer game at 4 o'clock and a girls varsity soccer game at 6:30 both on Friday. And then a girls volleyball game at 11 a.m. and the football game at 2 p.m. both on Saturday. This will be shortly followed by homecoming games for all grades 9 through 12. And the midterm for FBMS and MHS is in September 29th.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you both. We appreciate it. I'm going to just keep rolling here through public participation. Is there any member of the public that wishes to address the committee at this time? Seeing none, we'll go to the NDA update. Turn it on over to you, Mr. Raymond.
Good evening, everybody. So real quick updates from the NBA. First of all, I want to thank you for a couple quick things. Moving Marshfield and things around the high school, make sure to have a safe care. Appreciate that. Want to update you on the NEA has provided training for our building and PR reps, but professional responsibilities of usually the grievance reps. That's a scary term. I wish it to be. So long story short, to update you on that, myself and Quake Miyanaku, the MTA Uniserve rep, have provided training for our building reps to make sure that our members are represented and your end that things are not escalated any faster than they have to be, and people are trained to do that. That's something we've been doing recently. We're also looking to form or motions to put before the executive board to reform the labor management committee from before COVID. We'll see if that works out. I think that's it for now. Short and sweet. That's that.
Awesome.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In addition, if the committee this week Mr. Raymond and I get together officially maybe once a month, but unofficially, probably a couple times a week. So any issues that are cropping up while it's not LMC business, like he's talking about bringing that back, we try to nip things in the bud as best we can. It's been a real good start. Obviously, we had a great working relationship with Ms. Marquez and a lot of historical knowledge there, but Mr. Raymond is jumping in with both feet and doing a great job. And again, before anything gets out of hand, we try to discuss it and figure it out. And so far, it's been going pretty well. So thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, just continue with information. I don't know if you Mr. Granatine.
Sure, a couple of things. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate a couple of our high school students who were recognized in school this earlier today. Emily Fechtow, Andrew Robbins, Eli Runer, and Alexander Wong were recognized as, by the National Merit Scholarship Program. These four MHS students were honored by the NMSP as commended students for the scores that they received when they took the PSAT back in October of 2022. There were 34,000 commended students across the country. The program noted that, quote, those being named commended students have demonstrated an outstanding potential for academic success. These students represent a valuable national resource. Recognizing their accomplishments as well as the key role their schools play in their academic development is vital to the advancement of educational excellence in our nation. So I just want to congratulate all four of them. Principal Stettner, who's here, had some letters that were framed and give it to each of the 4 students today during school. I'm sure they were embarrassed in front of all their peers and all that kind of stuff, and their names were right across the PA. So,
Nice.
but it's nice when we get to recognize and celebrate academic excellence. So, these 4 did a great job. The students alluded to the Friends of Music cookout last week. It was a great turnout. The high school actually invited a lot of the middle school music students as well, and many of the middle schools that were there got to play with the pep band during the game. So it was nice, kind of a recruiting event to make sure that they want to continue in those endeavors as they get into the high school. It was just nice to see them. A lot of parents were there. It was a great night for the cookout. And last year they did it. The last couple of years it's gone fine, but this year I think it was their biggest crowd, and they were really happy with the turnout. So thank you them. Just want to let you know, and we had Mr. Hickey here from the South Shore Tech a little while ago. He's in the midst of trying to put together a informational evening sometime around during the week of November 13th. We're just trying to juggle it. Like we have a school committee meeting one night, we have first parent-teacher night one night, high school auditoriums filled with final week of preparation for the school play. So the date's not finalized yet, but it's going to be one of those days, probably that Monday or that Wednesday of that week of November 13th. And they're going to come and talk about the proposed school project, school building project that they've been working on. They spoke about it here at our meeting as well as with the selection, but they're going around to each of the 9 towns in the district just to inform folks of what it could entail, kind of what he talked about here. If there's any new details, the schedule, all the nuts and bolts behind the project, and they just want to make sure that everyone is fully aware of things. And if you remember, his time frame was trying to get a plan, whatever that plan might be, to the MSBA in January. But we're talking a couple of years out before there's any gate holes over there for the building. But obviously, a lot of it depends on the support of the 9 towns. And so they will be here. We'll let folks know about that, obviously, when that comes up. Also, they have their open house on October 21st. It's a Saturday. Go in there and check out the school if you're an interested student. And they'll actually be at the middle school next week, October 4th. I saw the date and I thought, it's a couple weeks away, but next week is October 4th. So it's kind of scary. So they'll be over there talking to students about their programs as well. So that's going well. And then tomorrow night, and I'm sure Dr. Martin will probably do a little bit more detail, but tomorrow night's our elementary curriculum night, which is always a big event, and that's at 6:30, correct? 6:30 to 8? 6 to 7:30. Okay, that's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Franti. Dr. Martin.
All right, so yes, just to follow up on the elementary curriculum night. So there are 2 opportunities for families to see their classroom teachers, but then in between those sessions, the specialists will be out giving information, and also the reading specialist will be doing just a quick presentation around what we're doing in literacy for elementary age students and how we're supporting our kids. So hopefully the parents can come out, and the families and the guardians. This is so we're asking that students not attend just because it is focused on what the curriculum is going to be, how we're supporting kids. So tomorrow night, all schools are 6 to 7:30, so hopefully they'll have a good turnout. Tomorrow is the Furnace Brook Empowering Leaders Day, so it's kind of their celebration of all of their summer readings. So they're kicking it off at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a green and white day, and activities all throughout the day, so looking forward to that. Quite a few things. I apologize. This might be a little bit longer than usual. MCAS updates. So the accountability information and the scores became available through the Department of Ed's school and district profile site. So those are live. All of that is out. I actually met with Mike Rich, our data and assessment specialist today, to try and come up with a consistent analysis process for MCAS data. Everyone does it just a little bit differently. And also, we want to make sure that we're looking at it with other data points rather than just one single. Overall, the district is making substantial progress toward our targets. None of our schools are requiring assistance or intervention at this point. Mike and I are hopefully going to do a presentation, not next school committee meeting, but hopefully the school committee meeting after, with all of that data and what it looks like. The MCAS also, there is a civics field test that is required in the spring for our grade 8 students. This is the first time it's actually required across the state. However, they're still determining the number of students in each district and school that have to take that. They are considering that schools can enroll all students, but we're not really sure what that looks like. So it's really a performance task based on some civics topic. They have 1 of 7 civics topics. They have local level classroom tasks that are optional, but they're asking teachers to actually administer. There's no data collected, but they can get the information for like formative assessments and all of that. So that will be done in the spring. More information is coming on that. We're in our 3rd year of the Science, Technology, Engineering MCAS pilot for grades 5 and 8. So like the last 2 years, our students take half of regular MCAS and half of the pilot test. So their scores are only based on half of the MCAS. So we'll take a look at that as well. PD, the focus for middle school and high school this year is removing barriers. So they had their first session with Amy McElpine, who really got them up and moving and thinking about all the possible barriers that our students might be facing, whether it's in school, out of school, anything that you can think of. So we're going to really focus on that. Our service providers and specialists all have a track that pertains specifically to them, whether it's a book study or some kind of project that they're working on. Elementary is focused on literacy. And also Becky Ward is back with us for our elementary special education teachers to talk about math disabilities. So that's going on all year. Elementary, again, foundations training, grade level collaboration, all taking place. Our math coaches are also, they've started their grade level collaboration. They are moving into their official coaching model with a grade level at each unit. So that's starting next week. And then last thing, Ms. Hill was here, but we had our first beginning teacher institute for our beginning educators and mentors. There were over 30 people. We had part of it was on Teach Point, and then we also did kind of an activity around the evaluation process and the 5-step cycle for everyone. So good turnout. I think that's it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Martin. Mr. Miller.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Any subcommittee reports at this time? Okay, great. Seeing none, we have 3 agenda items tonight, and we also have a set of 2 sets of minutes that we are able to approve for Mrs. Pazerski. I'm just going to take things in order.
Go right ahead.
So we'll start. Let me just pull up some notes here. I'm going to start just with an update for folks on the superintendency search. And I know I had a chance to let you guys know beforehand that I would be meeting with Glenn Kuchar from MASC, as we'll be using MASC for our vote the last time. I had that meeting last Monday with Glenn, and it went great. We talked about some of the process and just how it's going to look. The main focus of the conversation was talking about the search committee and what that search committee will look like, how we will go about selecting folks for that. We'll probably be putting out word very soon that we're looking for interested folks to fill certain seats. For example, we'd like to have 2 parents represented on that search committee. There'll probably be about 13 seats on that committee. I believe the advice, and Mr. Granatino, of course, is helping walk us through all of this with his expertise as much as he can. But the advice was having 13 seats is good because it's an odd number. Just in case you get into a voting issue, you don't want a deadlock tie with an even number. So we're going to send out some information to stakeholders about the process and try and gauge interest there and ask them to submit their interests to me to be on that committee. It will include parents, like I said, a building administrator, a district administrator, some teachers. The goal is to get a teacher from every single level, high school, middle school, elementary, and then support staff as well. And then, of course, just some other stuff townwide. We'd like maybe a community member represented on that as well. Where Glenn really comes in handy, one of the many here, is help putting together a job description. So he'll be working with me to put together not just a description of the role, but just some information generally on the district and why Marshfield is a good district for prospective candidates to want to go to, because obviously the more highly qualified candidates we get, the better the process will be. So it's kind of like selling Marshfield and Marshfield Public Schools more specifically to an extent. I have them for you, I'll get them to all of you. Little sample brochures from 2015 when the last superintendency search occurred, and we got Mr. Grantino. And I'm sure the brochure was exactly what I wanted. We'll see that. Following that, we're going to do some focus groups and some community input events to ask people what they're looking for in the next superintendent. Not only to describe the process to the community at large and to our staff and families, but just to kind of see what folks are looking for in that leadership. A school district has certain needs at certain times, and I think we can all agree the last time there was an opening, we got the right guy for the right time, and that's what we'd like to see happen again. We'd like to know what's going on in the schools exactly from the mouth of the community to hear what we need to have in our next education year. The search committee will review the candidates and then select a number to be interviewed by the full school committee. The finalists selected will be interviewed, and then we will select as a committee the person we want as our next superintendent. Glenn and I had a conversation on timeline. We're looking to finalize that shortly. I'm going to be speaking with him again this week over the phone, and what we're looking at doing is hopefully in the next week or two officially opening that process and getting that word out to stakeholders. I'll get you all an updated, in-depth timeline, but the end goal will be to have a superintendent in place and announced at a school committee meeting in mid-January. Any questions?
Just the sooner you get dates and things.
Yes.
the better, but
Absolutely.
activities and like holidays, weekends,
Absolutely.
days, sooner.
So the two school committee members on the search committee are going to be myself and Ms. Brady. And we talked specifically about the importance of having solid dates. And Glenn actually noted, it was kind of funny to hear, that the last time we did this process, Marshfield was like the only community he had worked with that actually stuck to every single one of its dates, never had to cancel something that entire year, because that was the year we got like 100-something inches of snow. So Marshfield just so happened to have the calendar fall the right way. We never had to have something canceled. So we'll keep that good karma going into this new search process. Any other questions?
Jeff, you sure you want that?
Yeah, are you sure you
No. I'm getting those bills for these. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Okay, thank you very much. That's our update on that item. Mr. Granatino, anything you believe that I missed?
No, I can get it on. And then obviously, while there's a hiring goal in January, start date will be July 1st. But there's nothing to preclude us from chatting that the earlier you get something, we can meet with them, whoever they may be, and go over things, answer questions, so that person can kind of hit the ground running.
Awesome. Be here before we know it. Yeah.
I just give you a reference. I know MASC was doing research in Weston and research in Waltham, I believe, and they just sent out the apps, and they're looking at maybe mid to late December. So we're about a month behind that. But we get everything going out, so we in October we'll have stuff out as far as that announcement and the posting. So they're pretty comfortable doing that time frame. So.
And of course, there's a lot of benefits to making sure that we're done by that point. If we do happen to get a candidate from another district, the district would get that candidate from, would have time on their side to fill that opening.
Well, I think it's a good plan.
Yeah. Right. There's a lot of reasons to have it done by that point, and obviously the biggest reason being that we want to kind of beat absolute best candidates that we can.
This past year, again, as a point of reference, there was 45 openings for superintendents. And we were at our July meeting on the 8th, there's still 15 spots that hadn't been filled. So the earlier is definitely better. That's the norm now, 30 to 40 openings a year. And there's 277 districts, so got 10 to 15% turnover every year now.
Yeah, at least we've got that brochure. That's right, Mrs. Gordon.
You know,
That's
you're
right.
great pictures of that.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. Thank you very much. We've got 2 agenda items tonight. I don't know if you or Mr. Miller will be speaking on town meeting.
I can start. It's very minimal this year. Special town meeting, again, we don't typically have a whole lot on the agenda on the warrant. And this year is the same. There's a free cash capital item number 8 in the warrant. And I think there's $2.6 million worth of projects across the community that are funded from various sources. And they have $250,000 slated for school maintenance, which is great because we always have different projects. Again, as you know, the budget kind of fluctuates with capital and with maintenance. And if you keep on going back to that big plan that was done about 10 years ago now, that showed all the different capital work that we can get done, maintenance that needs to get done. They identified close to $100 million worth of work in the district. So we're just chipping away if we can. And Fred and Tony do a great job of identifying the high needs, whether it's paving, whether it's windows, whether it's safety issues, but we're right now. So getting this extra 250, the town side for maintenance and facilities, we're at 250 as well. But that's about 10% of the overall total that's up on that article. So, and there's another one that's related to us tangentially. They're putting, trying to put solar roofs in a lot of the schools and some of the town buildings, and they had to have some easement language done to get access to the South River for some of the wiring that we can do, a few other things, including some branches and whatnot. So that's going to be up there. That's really town article, but it's just related to the South River School, so we see that here. We don't have anything pro or con against that, just so that they can do the work they need to get ready for the solar panels. And I believe that's all we have, right? Those 2 articles. Yeah. So there's a light agenda. I think there's 13 total articles in the warrant. And,
Probably only be 2 nights this time. That was
yeah. So that's all we have on that front.
Thank you very much. Okay, so our next and final item tonight before we go to the minutes is the FY25 capital budget process. And I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Miller.
I'll take this one. In your packet, I have last year's capital budget plan as it was presented and approved and sent to the town capital budget committee. There are a couple items there that obviously we ended up completing. The first item was 255 Furnace Street. It actually ended up not being a capital item, but it was funded through the town through free cash. The only capital item that was approved last year was the item number, project number 4, the wood floor, the gymnasium floor at Western. So, and that was completed this summer. So, actually under the budget of 312. So moving forward, our next couple meetings in October, Mr. Greer is starting on the capital budget committee. I'll be forwarding some information to you. Working with Fred Russell, Tony Bullock on backup for a number of items. Most notably is the South River ADA project. We're really moving forward with that. We're getting some preliminary numbers. Fred already has some. We're working to finalize that and have it for the committee, for both of you, before our next committee meeting. And that'll be a first reader, next committee meeting, and then a final vote at the second committee meeting in October. In addition to South River ADA, there's a couple other items that we're looking at. The flooring at Daniel Webster is an item that's been there, that's been on there on our plan for quite a while. The paving was last four items on paving. We've been there forever as well. We have estimates on immediate emergency repairs that need to be done at Martinson, Amesway, South River, and Taylor Webster. So we have estimates, and we're going to put a package together for that to present to the town as well. So immediate needs where we don't have these large numbers where we're trying to pave the whole site. There's a number of issues across those 4 schools that we need to remedy ASAP. So we have a proposal there as well that will be on this plan. And I'm working with Dave Hawthorne, our Director of Technology, on pulling together a package for primarily the high school. And high school's 10 years old. The original technology from 10 years is still there. So we need to start replacing a lot of items there. We knew this was coming. So we're going to start to put together a proposal on what we need to do at MHS, technology-wise, moving forward, and hope to at least chip away on it the next couple of years. So that looks to be the main 3 items that we're going to be pushing for. But these other items that are on there, we'd like to continue the middle school AC project. We did one wing, 1 floor on one wing, and we'd like to continue that. And of course we have the two roofs that are coming in the future. So Martinson roof, and then the Daniel Webster roof. We'll be submitting a statement of interest for the Martinson roof once again, because they've reopened up the accelerated repair. MSP has reopened the accelerated repair program, and there's still the potential that the Martinson roof could be funded through the solar project that is ongoing for the town. So we're still going both of those routes to get the Martinson project up and running, and then shortly thereafter we're going to be looking at Daniel Webster roof as well. So those are the 2 big items there that would be hopefully SBA funded and move forward on that route. So, all in all, that's the full package. It'll be presented, like I said before, it'll be presented at the school committee meeting, and the capital subcommittee will be getting information prior to that. So, yeah.
Questions, comments?
Hey, a quick question. What are we doing for grant writing for technology?
Sorry. Grant writing for technology?
Yeah, what are we doing for grant writing for technology?
Not a whole. Unfortunately, we don't meet the criteria on a lot of grants on that front. We don't have anything in place right now, technology-wise, for grants. Are you thinking of anything in particular? Or?
No. I got my day job. That kind of keeps
We've utilized the ESSER grant for a lot of technology just the past couple of years, and we've utilized it for particular items at the high school that we have had to upgrade the last couple of years. There's still a bit of funding in there in the technology budget in ESSER, so we certainly are going to use that moving forward. But Dave hasn't given me a number yet, a final project number, but it's going to be significant. So.
Yeah, we're going to get a breakdown of this. I mean, we're going to get a breakdown of.
Yes, exactly.
All
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we got into this technology thing, what was that, about 10 years ago? Right?
Yeah, there was a time period where capital budget wouldn't touch technology as a capital item, but we made the argument, and we have been funded. Technology has been funded from capital budget.
Yeah, I remember 10 years ago asking for a sustainability plan if we were going to implement this, and they'd yet to see it.
Yeah.
But we're getting hit with more costs. Right?
We had the original plan was taking technology we received through the high school building project and filtering that down through all 6 other buildings. We've done a really good job of that. Unfortunately, the sustainability of the high school has been bad issue. It's a funny issue.
But this isn't directed at you, it's just.
No, exactly.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
so,
No, we're saying, look, we've been pushing for that for quite a while.
yeah. Yeah, so-
We'd like to, one of the main focus points on our operating budget should be to have technology in our operating budget. But there's been other priorities over the last few years.
Right, so when we get this, assuming Dave is putting together a plan for you, or the ask, so I'd like to see it broken down by half the halves and like the halves.
Yes. Exactly, yes. That's what, exactly what I was hoping.
Okay, I figured we're on the same page, we usually are.
Yeah. And with that, you know, we worked on a technology capital plan as well, similar to this, over a 5-year period. So we do have that as well. So that's the sustainability that we're working on. We just haven't been able to fund it. So.
Well, it's part of sustainability.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Ben.
Any other questions, comments? Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. Okay, folks, we have 2 sets of minutes to take a look at. The first being from August 29th. You could just take a moment to look at that. Once folks have had a moment to do that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from August 29th. So moved from Ms. Stetson. Is there a second? Second from Ms. Dargan. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstaining, 4-0-0, and Mrs. Pazerski. And then the next meeting minutes are from the 12th of September. Motion to approve the September 12th meeting minutes has been made by Mr. Greer. Is there a second? Second from Ms. Dargan. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstaining. It's a 3-0-1. Thank you very much. Our next meeting is October 10th. It will be at the Marshfield Middle School. Is there a motion to adjourn? So moved from Ms. Stetson. Is there a second? Second from Ms. Dargan. It's a roll call there, Ms. Pazerski.
Stetson? Yes. Mrs. Dargan? Yes. Mr. Greer?
Yes.
Mr. President?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill.